Hello class, this presentation will go over my analysis on the Dollar Tree franchise. Dollar Tree built its success on offering all merchandise at a fixed price of $1, a powerful value proposition to the customer. The company expanded rapidly with more than 2,600 stores and $3.2 billion in annual revenue. While the marketing strategy of offering everything at $1 and becoming a major discount retailer helped with this, their logistics enabled them to operate profitably while maintaining this low price point. As any good company should, they embedded logistics as a core competency of the corporation. With all these strengths, the company still hit a challenge in 2005 when the Briar Creek distribution center was operating at beyond its optimal capacity, with some peak levels reaching 124%. This meant Dollar Tree was relying on expensive temporary solutions. To address it, they came up with two options: expanding Briar Creek by 400,000 square feet, which lowers cost but would limit long-term flexibility and risk future congestion. The second option being build a new 600,000 square foot distribution center in Connecticut, which is more expensive but would distribute capacity and be more beneficial to long-term expansion. A reasonable expectation as Dollar Tree in 2005 was rapidly expanding. Ultimately, all logistics had to be considered to make the decision, which we will address. Question 1. As in Exhibit 4 here, there are four main components, including the inbound transportation at 37%, distribution center operating cost, outbound transportation, and inventory carrying cost. As DCs increase, inbound transportation costs tend to increase as well because the shipments are split across several destinations, while inherently reducing the consolidation efficiency. However, with outbound transportation costs decreasing as more DCs are added, since the stores are close to distribution centers and reduce the delivery distances. Inventory carrying costs increase as more DCs are added because the safety stock must be doubled across locations. Increased DCs is a trade-off between having a higher facility and inventory cost or a lower outbound transportation cost. Question 2. Economy of scales are a crucial part of DCs. Large and centralized DCs mean Dollar Tree can spread fixed costs like infrastructure, automations, and labor management over a high volume of cartons, meaning lower cost per unit. Exhibit 6, pictured, shows how highly utilized automated DCs lead to lower per carton costs. Utilization is a key metric because it reflects how these fixed assets are being used efficiently. At optimal utilization, a DC is typically around 75 to 85% and achieves the best balance between efficiency and flexibility. Whereas with underutilized facilities are wasting capital and overutilized ones are operating at above 90%, such as the Briar Creek previously mentioned. You get these bottlenecks and increased holding costs. Other operation strategies Dollar Tree could consider are, as mentioned, the Lean and Six Sigma methodologies that would eliminate waste in picking, packing, and transporting processes. By improving demand forecasting, you can optimize your inventory and reduce your safety stock and carrying cost. Another would be better coordination of merchandising and logistics by aligning demand patterns with product flow, while the network optimization tools refine DC locations and transportation routes. Investing in technology like real-time tracking and advanced warehouse management systems would enhance efficiency and responsiveness. Question 3. Going back to the central decision of whether to expand or build a new location, both the qualitative and quantitative analysis favors building the new DC. Looking at the expansion would increase its capacity by 2/3, of course, but would not resolve the issue of the large geographic area it covers, with the average delivery distance being about 189 miles. While it's cheaper in the initialization of expansion, it does not fully solve the issue at hand and only delays any further congestions as growth continues. Now, looking at a DC in Hartford splits the servicing regions, reducing the transportation distance, where Briar is now 160 miles and Hartford would be 95 miles. Outbound transportation accounts for about 25% of the logistical costs, so opening a DC to cover its own area enables savings. Now we will look at the cost breakdown for facilities and transportation. The image charts only include my overall cost to save time and space, For further details on my analysis and where I got these numbers from, please see my attached Excel. Starting with facility costs at option 1, we pulled the 2005, 2006, and 2007 breakdown and then totaling it to be about $33 million. Same for the new DC, where we hit about $40 million. As expected and discussed before, opening a new facility naturally is going to be more expensive. That initial first cost is obviously going to be significantly higher than already building off of a pre-existing infrastructure, which is why we have that increase in cost. But going into the right of transportation costs, where we go $24,000 if we expand on Briar Creek, and only $16,000 $16 million at the new DC location. This is like an $8 million difference, and is where the majority of our transportation cost is going to come from, and the savings overall of why option 2 would be a better option. This slide at the top compares the final totals on one nice chart and what differences they have, which is about $16 million difference. This is a significant amount that without a doubt leaves option 2 of being a new DC in Hartford as the best option for Dollar Tree, with transportation costs being the significant difference and decline in cost. Below that, I conducted a small sensitivity analysis of what would happen in both scenarios if growth increased or decreased by 20%. Clearly at the bottom where total costs are, you can see that a new DC in Hartford remains the best option. Although there is not a significant change in the results from the sensitivity analysis, opening up a new DC still leads to lower costs than if we were to expand, as far as transportation goes. In conclusion, as stated, Dollar Tree should open a new DC to decrease transportation costs and expand their footprint, enabling quick responsiveness and flexibility. Thank you for listening.